what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am shooting a video all about how to grow your hair out, but more specifically how to grow your hair out if it is damaged or bleached or color treated. Obviously I'm a little bit familiar with this process. For those of you who don't know, I am a licensed hairstylist. I know a lot about hair. It is definitely something I have been working with for a long time. I think I've been licensed now for like 7 years. But I have been a purple hair person for about 8 years. It's crazy to say that out loud. Oh, I guess I've been licensed for like 8 years then. I've had purple hair for a long time, which basically means underneath all of this purple, I have like white blonde hair. It's pretty bleached, with lots of bleach was put into my hair to get it to be the purple color that it is today. But I have been striving to have long hair for a long time, and I finally feel like my hair is long. It is at the length I want it to be. It has finally reached that long purple majestic place. So I wanted to share with you a couple of tips that really helped me in growing my hair out. First thing I cannot preach enough is do not use anything higher than a 20 volume developer on your hair if you do not have to. A lot of people who bleach their hair at home and do their hair at home will just go straight to 40 volume, which for those of you who are unfamiliar what I'm talking about, a 10 volume developer is going to be one of the lowest developers out there, and a 40 volume is one of the highest, which means it is a lot more intense. It can do a lot more damage. It can lift a lot higher, a lot faster. You really need to know what you're doing to be using a 40 volume developer. It's a very intimidating volume developer for me personally. So if you have a normal, if you're of my complexion and you have a lighter hair color, there's just really no reason to ever touch a 40 volume. So only use the developer that you need for your hair. Most of the times when I'm bleaching my hair back out and I'm retouching my new growth, a lot of times I will really just only use a 10 volume and let it sit just a little bit longer. You will see your hair break off so quickly if you use a 40 volume developer when you don't need it. It's just really challenging and bad for your hair. Please don't do it. That's really my number one thing, but very close second is to not use a straightener on your hair. Hear me out. Totally hear me out on this. I used to be a straightener junkie. I would straighten my hair every single day, all the time, maybe even twice a day sometimes when it was super humid out. And ever since I have stopped straightening my hair, I have noticed significantly it just being healthier and shinier and not as damaged and not as broken, not as fried on the ends, just so many positive benefits. If you are going to use a straightener, please do not use it on the highest temperature. Please don't use it on the highest temperature that it has. Really figure out which temperature you can get away with using. I can get away with using the lowest temperature on my straightener and it will still straighten my hair. It's really important to be cautious and aware of what temperature you're putting on your hair. I have literally seen a hair straightener fry somebody's hair in one pass. It's totally possible. That being said too, darker hair needs a higher heat. Like if your hair is naturally black, you're gonna use a higher heat on your hair than if your hair was naturally blonde, obviously. But also people who have color treated hair or bleached hair, highlights, lowlights, bleach all over like I do. Anything like that, you're going to want to use a lower volume on a lower temperature on anyways, because it is more sensitive. Your hair has something called a cuticle surrounding it, and when your hair is damaged or bleached, a lot of times some of that cuticle breaks away, which means the hair straightener is burning like the inside of your hair, which is like the life of your hair. You don't want to do that. You really are going to want to be a lot more gentler with your hair if it is color treated, especially when it comes to using curling irons and straighteners, but specifically straighteners. I have not straightened my hair in probably like at least 4 years. I haven't straightened my hair at all. And honestly, since I stopped straightening my hair, that's when I really started to notice my hair growing a lot more. Which brings me to my next tip, which is if you can get away with it, which I believe all of you can, only use heat on your hair once a week. So I only wash my hair once a week, so I will only style it once a week, and then the rest of the week, that is it. I will not touch heat to my hair more than once throughout the whole week. Once again, that just really helps your hair kind of heal and give it time to rest. You know, for everything my hair has been through, it's pretty darn healthy. Like, it's pretty shiny, it's pretty non-fried, it's pretty long at this point. Like, cutting back on the amount of times you actually put heat onto your hair can be awesome for it. It can really, really help your hair a lot. Another thing I see people kind of doing wrong is washing their hair too frequently. It is really actually bad for your hair to wash it every single day. If you wash your hair every single day, you're basically stripping your scalp of sebum, and your hair needs sebum. It's an oil that your skin produces, and when you strip your scalp of sebum, basically you're telling your scalp to make more oil to combat that sebum loss. So that's when your hair starts to get really, really oily. I've had so many clients throughout my life tell me that they have to wash their hair every day because it's so oily. You're getting your cause and effect backwards, basically. Your hair is producing so much oil because you're telling it to. You are stripping it dry. You're telling it you need more oil. So it really is better if you can only wash your hair, you know, once or twice a week. It really, truly will help your scalp out and help your hair just be healthier and shinier and better and stronger overall. I'm not saying everyone has to wash their hair only once a week, but you should be washing your hair at most every other day. Every other day is hands down the most you should be washing your hair. Otherwise it's too much and you're stripping it of the natural oils, and your scalp does not like that, I promise. The next tip I'm going to talk about is not wearing your hair up in the same spot every day. This is basically a breakage issue. If you wear your hair up in a ponytail the same day, which we're all guilty of, myself included, like if you wear it in the same spot on your head every single day, you're going to eventually start breaking off hairs right in that area because of the ponytail holder and just the friction between the ponytail holder and your hair. You're just gonna end up losing hair in that area. I had a client once, I swear, I thought she cut her hair. Like, I thought she got gum in her hair or something and had to cut it, but she had like a stack of hairs right in the crown that were really short and broken off, and I asked her about how she wore her hair day to day, and she said she wore it up in a bun like every single day. I was like, ooh, okay, what are you using to tie your hair up? Because it is not working. It's too much friction is a bad thing on your hair in life. Anytime. Too much friction is totally a bad thing. It can really damage your hair and stunt its growth because you're breaking so much hair off all the time. The last tip I have for you guys is to not cut your hair. I know. Every hairstylist out there will tell you you have to get your hair cut, especially if you want to grow your hair out. You need to cut the dead ends off. You need a trim to make your hair healthy again. Honest to God, I stand here as a professional hairstylist telling you I believe that is a lie, because I have tested it and I have done the work, if you will. I have tested it for the past 5 years, and the results have been very, very clear to me. I have not had a haircut in 5 years. Straight up. I have not had a haircut at all in 5 years. No trim, no layers, no nothing, 5 years. And before, I worked in a hair salon, obviously, because I'm a hairstylist, and I was always around hairstylists, so I was getting my hair trimmed, you know, every couple of months or so. And I just really noticed it did not grow at all. Like, my hair was stunted. It stayed the same length all the time. It was horrible. And the reason that cutting my hair was actually harming me and not benefiting me is because when you are bleaching your hair as much as somebody like me, as heavy as somebody like me too, like 100% of my hair is bleached. Somebody with highlights, you know, could be as low as like 50% of bleach in their hair, but mine is 100% bleach. When I get a haircut or a trim or whatever, yes, the ends of my hair look fine for a small amount of time, and then they instantly get damaged and broken and fried all over again so much faster. And that's really just a cycle that keeps repeating itself. So in my mind, the reason that this has benefited me so much is because the damage stays at the end of my hair. I know we are told in hair school that it travels up the head, but honest to God, I've never seen that happen. And it's never happened to me, not so far anyways. In the past 5 years, I've never seen that happen on myself. My hair has grown so much longer than I ever thought it could. A lot of people will tell you if you bleach your hair all the time, you're fighting a uphill battle. You can't grow your hair out when you're bleaching it like that, but I'm here to tell you, you totally can. As long as you follow these kind of rules I've set into place and you're very, very gentle and cautious about your hair, you can totally grow your hair out. It is not impossible. It is something that you can do. I used to have my hair cut so short when I first had purple hair. That was probably around 6 years ago, 7 years ago that my hair was that short, and ever since then I tried to grow it out. It got to about my collarbone, but then it just really seemed to hit a place where it totally plateaued, and that's kind of when I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try to not cut my hair. And I think not cutting my hair has really just been the biggest key component in the whole growing my hair out process. So I just really wanted to get on here and share with you guys the tips that I have used to keep my hair healthy, long, and strong. I don't really have any plans in the future to cut my hair. I'm just gonna keep letting it do its thing until I'm totally sick of it and then chop it all off probably. But for the most part, having longer hair just seems so much easier. You can just throw it up into a bun or a ponytail in a second. It really takes no time at all. With shorter hair, I did find myself having to spend a lot more time zhuzhing it and fixing it and making it look cute because I couldn't just throw it all up. But that is it, you guys. Those are my tips for how to grow out damaged hair. If you have any tips of your own or anything like that, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you like this video or got something out of it, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. And if you want to subscribe, I put out new videos every single Wednesday. I would love to have you back here. Thank you all again so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this, and I hope you're having a good week. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.